You don't need an expensive printing press or sticky oil-based inks to make dry point prints at home. Today we're going to use recycled Tetra Pak cartons for the plates, a black Stabilo Woody pencil instead of ink, and a wooden spoon to hand print the image. Let's get started. So we're going to start by cutting our Tetra Pak carton down into a flat piece using scissors or whatever you have. Try not to cut yourself. So I just want this to be a rectangle for what I'm working on today. So here I've got a tracing wheel for fabric, my stylus, and then this is an etching needle. And I'm just going to come through and make some main lines here. I'm going to peel this paper up a little bit. This is going to print darker than, almost black, than anything else on the paper. And we're just coming back through and making more lines through here. I really want this to be textured. So this is the tracing wheel that people use for tracing fabric. And that makes a really cool dot pattern through the piece here. I also use my stylus a little bit there. And then I'm coming back in with some sandpaper to really scuff this up. These marks are going to read darker as well. So here we have the Aquapad watercolor paper that I've been using. This is a cellulose paper, but it works really well for printmaking on the smooth side. So that's why I've been using it. And it's really inexpensive, which is great. So here I'm just tracing out on a piece of newsprint where I want the plate to go so that we can make a print evenly. And then we're going to come in with a Stabilo Woody, and this is going to be used for our ink today. Really pressing hard here, trying to get into all the grooves. It's really super creamy, so it's easy to get into those little lines there. You don't need to cover the whole plate, just the plate part where there are marks, because it'll make it easier to take it off. Here we're using a piece of cheesecloth. I'm just going to spritz it down just a little bit to get a little water to kind of loosen up that Stabilo so that we can take off our Stabilo marks and get ready to print. This is a really easy way to do this. Then we can take our paper, and I'm just going to blot it here between a sheet of newsprint to get the excess water off. You don't want it too shiny. You just want it a bit damp, so that's going to suck out all of that Stabilo ink that we put down. Now we're just going to take our spoon here, and we're just going to rub the back of it. And this is how we're going to print. You could use the Baron if you want. That works as well. I like to do a little bit of both. You could also use the bowl, like a glass bowl or a glass cup, anything that gives you just a sturdy surface to scrunch down on. You might want to take a peek and make sure that your print is printing. You'll know when it's done. It'll just look different. Okay, here we go. Here's our first print. I think it turned out pretty well. I did print on the texture side of the paper. So now I'm going to try to get a ghost print here with some Shinkle Collage. Got my nori paste out here, and I'm just going to put some of that down. You want the sticky side up so it will adhere to the paper and then print over top of it. Again, come back in with your bowl or spoon, and we're just going to see what we got. And I really like this one. I think this was my favorite one so far. So then I wanted to try again because I didn't print the first one on the smooth side of the paper. So I re-inked the plate, put down some collage, and this was the third piece that we got. Okay, so here are the three prints that we made today. First one that I printed on the rough side, or the more textured side of the watercolor paper. And then we did this one, which was more Shinkle ghost print. And this one was fully inked up, but on the less textured side of the watercolor paper. Like, I really like this one because it has a lot more dark in it, but I'm not really fond of the texture of it. And this one, I like how it printed over the Shinkle, but I think it's a little blurry. I think for today's test, we're going to go ahead and use this one to paint over and incorporate into a new piece. So let's see what happens when we add some watercolor. I mixed up the Daniel Smith burnt orange with the Carbazzo purple. I think if we go over this lightly, I don't want my paper ends. We can make some cool marks, I think. It might pick up a little bit of the Stabilo, and if it does, that's okay too. We're not going to worry about it too much. It's all going to blend together, right? So it's kind of, let's bring in our scraper tool and scrape in some marks through here. Those are fun. We're just picking up some paint on the color shaper. Just kind of want to drag it through here. I'm not seeing a lot of smearing, though. That's kind of cool. I was worried that by putting down using the Stabilo would just be too much and it would just smear everywhere, but it seems to be doing okay. Let's be a bit bolder and add some burnt orange through here. I'm going to go over a little bit of that collage. I love how the Shinkle collage printed through there. I think that's really cool. I'm not sure we're going to do a whole lot to this because I kind of like it how it is. So I mixed up a little bit of Payne's Gray and the Manganese Blue. Don't know that I want a lot of color up here. I'm going to bring a little bit of that down through here. Let's make some marks through here. I might take some of that away. Let's see if we can lift some of this out. And some swoopy clouds through here. Might have to add a bit of some pastel up there at some point, I think. So I'm adding a little bit of green that we got going through here. I just want to add in a touch of green just through here. I like how that collage is blending in. Let's come back in with the color shaper and pull this down a little bit. We might need some yellow ochre. Okay, I'm just going to come in with a little bit of this oil pastel from Haya Paul Rubens. I just want some more color through here. And I think I'm going to come back in and scrape away a little bit. Just to give us a little bit more texture through here. Oh, I like that. Ooh, we need some of that purpley color. Let's just add a little bit of this sort of purpley color. I don't want a lot of it. I just want a little bit to kind of ribbon through. And some spots just to add just a little bit of different color to the piece. I don't even know how far that's going over there. Yeah, that was too much. Gonna add some white up here to the sky a little bit. Just to kind of calm it down a little bit. Give it a little bit of life. Calm down life, that doesn't make any sense. I just really want to bring in some white tones through the sky. Give it some movement. Because we don't like a dull sky. We don't want that to happen. Probably need to pull out a mat to see where the edge is. Just going to add a bit of this sort of bluish gray through here. Let's give them these pop. Might need some marks through there, though. Okay, I'm going to do something I almost never do, which is add more to the sky. I think I want just a little bit of this purpley color coming through here. I don't know why. It was looking at me in the box. And maybe just a little bit of this orange, too. Or should I put the orange up here? Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of took away all the purple. Let's add a little bit more. Okay, I think that's enough color. What do we think? Last thing I want to do, let's see if we can make some, what happens when we rub this Stabilo onto deli paper and make marks with it. This is my first time using the Stabilo. I never had one before, so this is kind of fun. I'm thinking we need some marks through here, maybe. I want to use this, or I'm going to use palette knife today, I think. You know me, I like a lot of marks. That worked pretty well. Let's put like our little scratchy marks through here. Let's try the stylus. Just to give a little bit more depth. What we've already got going on. Okay. I think we need to add just a little bit more of this sort of grungy spot over here, so we don't have a big white space. I'm feeling like I sort of like how light that is, so let's just put a mark coming through here. Okay, here it is with the mat. I like it. I like it. I like the Tetra Pak printing with the Stabilo. I was very surprised by the results of that. Love this Shinkle collage we put in there. Oh, that's not good. Like the oil pastels over top on the little bits of watercolor. And I think the sky turned out really wonderful. I just like all the layers to it, and I think it has good depth to it. I always try to achieve like movement through and back and around the piece. I really like the little bits of orange that I added in, and this purple is kind of fun. Nice layering of colors. And I'll definitely use those other ones to make work as well. I think that I like the more subtle lines than the really bold, because if it's too bold, then it's going to be hard to like work within. But I love the movement that we got through here. Overall, very happy with this. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next week with another video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this technique, if you're going to try it. Super hands-on, easy. You don't need any special tools for it. And I'd love to see what you create, so post in the community. Okay? Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.